Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we are back in the MD-11 flying here from Inibuilds, Los Angeles. We're going to be heading over to Anchorage, Alaska. We're in the air for about 4.5 hours. We are FedEx 1735, cruising at 34,000 feet. We're going to be taking a zero fuel weight of 185,000 tons. Or 185,000 kg, sorry. We're going to be 50 tons of fuel, or just shy of 50 tons of fuel, sorry, and 64,000 kilograms of cargo. We're going to depart here at Los Angeles on 25 right and arrive on 07 right in Anchorage. We're sat here cold and dark on the ground. We're at the aircraft at LAX, so let's jump in and get the aircraft set up. So let's go to the overhead panel and we're going to get the battery master switch on. And then we're going to go to the external power. We'll arm the pumps, get the nav and logo light on. Arm the emergency exit lights. No smoking and seatbelts on. Come on. We'll get ignition start A on. And we'll get the IRSs to nav. So that's all done there. What we'll do is we'll set the payload. We are in kg. That's in kg. And we'll send the flight plan as well. So we're at FMC, flight plan, align. So our alternate is Pain, and we are FedEx 1735. Cruising at 340. Temperature is going to be 8 degrees, and we are having a tailwind of 9 knots. Cost index of 20. That's all plopped in there nicely. So now we're going to go Los Angeles. Departures 25 right. Oh, don't know what I've done there. Flight plan. Two 5 right. I'm going to be taking the summer 2 departure via that one there. We'll insert that and we'll go down to the end and we'll go to PANC Astar ILS 7 right on the Whitty Ford, and that's going to be via MDO if that is on there. And let me see if there's a transition. So we've only got 2 transitions of Alicia and ENA. No transition, lovely. Okay, that's all plugged in there. We'll insert that. We'll get the second analog all aligned, which it has done. We'll go flight plan. Got plan in there. We'll just have a look at our departure. So straight out, big right hand turn. And there, our arrival takes us on a downwind, and then we'll plug it and self-vector ourselves onto final approach. Lovely. So we're going to go init reference, next page, pop performance into it's going to block fuel of 41. There's our takeoff weights, 0 fuel weights and everything all in there. Lovely. And our takeoff page. So we'll go to performance. We're going to be departing off 25 right. Get the information of the weather, and we'll calculate Mach 25, 57 and all that jazz. So are those the real winds? 0 knots. Let me just check the METAR. Oh, it is 0 knots, lovely. So it's calm winds. Okay, so So it's 0.2, 0.2/0. Flex is 57. 25, and actually we'll get that plugged in over here on the dialer flap. So 25. Which is nicely in there. The outside air temperature is 19 degrees. And we have our V speed, which is 140, 152, 164. 140, 152, 164. We'll keep that as the V1. We'll go with the FMS speed, it's not too far off. Flap 25. So what we can do now is we'll get the APU on. And we'll set the trim to, it wants 7.1. The trim's up there. Lovely, and we'll get 164 plugged in here. And we'll get 310 plugged in here as well. Is it 310 we're going to be cruising at? Oh, 340, sorry, 34. And we'll go back to takeoff. On the FO side we'll have links. We'll go back into map mode. Just waiting for the IRSs to align. Set the parking brake now. Ready for a second. We push back. That is basically everything done. With sort of the aircraft set up, just got to wait for APU to start, and should be allowed to get on our way. The weather in Anchorage, let me just have a little check on my little app. So we are going to PANC. It is 0 knots again. View at 3000. Overcast at 4400. 10 miles visibility. 3001. 15 degrees. That's not too bad actually. It's nice weather. The other day when I flew into Anchorage in the sim, it was dreadful. I think we're just waiting for the IRSs to align up. And we'll get that to the cargo temperatures, we'll keep it on low. Actually, should we keep it on cargo temp low? And we'll keep it like that, that looks okay. But we'll get the APU bleed on now. You can see the APU's on. And we'll go services, close, we'll remove everything. We'll get ready for pushback in a second. What I'll do is I'll get the pushback ready anyway. So we're pushing back into this little corridor here. I'll leave that there. Go outside and have a quick look at the aircraft. Really nice. I love the MD-11, it looks so cool. And the taxi is pretty simple, just out the little cove here, taxi down all the way to the end. Well, not all the way to the end, we'll cross runway 25 left, and then we'll go up to 25 right and just turn and go. Nothing too major. And here's the livery we're using today. It's the same one I used in the last MD-11 video. It's a nice, sort of clean FedEx livery off the flightsim.to website. It's really nice. And we're here at the FedEx terminal, of course, at LAX. And well, actually, no, we'll do that. That's part of our after takeoff or after start checklist. We'll turn that on before I forget. You don't realise how big this flight deck is until you stand up, look down. They've done some really great modelling, TFDI have. Look, got all the nice weathering in the flight deck. It does look used and old. Is that the, I should say, is that the manual gear extension there? And we've got the seat here for, I suppose if the aircraft was older, it would have had a navigator. Or is that the engineer's seat? Got the dead switch there. Door opens as well. Lovely. Oh, and there's the IRS alignment. So I'll match up the headings now. And while we're doing that, we'll request push and start. Press push back.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by. Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
So I don't think that we usually lift the aircraft, an aircraft of this weight. We should push it, but it's just 'cause it's the freeware.
We are cleared
Push
for
back
start
is
and push.
easy.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes released.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
So we'll start with 1, 2 and 3. So we'll go pull 1. We'll wait for it to get to the blue mark there, which is 10. Throw the fuel in. And that is engine number 1 stable. So we'll go for engine number 2, which is the one in the tail. And throw the fuel in.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brakes set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Right, okay. Set the parking brake, and the final engine number 3 can be
Ground.
set.
Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger.
wait for
Good engine
10
start.
on the,
Cleared to disconnect. See you at the side. Have a good
Throw
flight.
the fuel in.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
So the tug's cleared off. He's going. And we have a good engine start on all our engines. Just waiting for the N1 stabiliser 25. So we're stable now. So APU off, taxi light on, speed brake on, water brake to RTO, flaps 25. Flaps are 25 and set. We'll do flight control check, which is full right, neutral, full left, neutral, full forward, neutral, full back, neutral now for the rudders, full left neutral, now full right neutral. All flight controls free, correct. Water brake is set to RTO, speed brake is on, flaps are 25, selected, 25 indicated. We've got our FMS speed, so we'll have takeoff on this page and legs on the first officer's page. Good engine starts. We will release the parking brake, and we've got a green icon there, so we'll go auto, flight alarm, nav and profile. And we'll give it a couple of notches of thrust and roll. So we've got nav arm, pitch, profile arms, takeoff clamp is not selected because we'll have to spool them up past 70% for that to happen. We'll roll now. The scenery in Anchorage is the payware one. It was £16. I think it's by Aerosoft, one of their developers. It's really nice, but yeah, the scenery up there is quite nice as well. So give it a couple more notches of thrust. Going a bit slow here. We are really heavy though, so there's all our nice wing views that we've got set up. Tell you what, for a big heavy aircraft with loads of systems and good graphics and sort of nice textures, it does have really nice frames. I think it's the best optimised for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The 7.3 of the PMDG 777, sorry, following close behind. The worst performing plane I've got is the Phoenix. It's really nice, but it's just heavy on frames. And they're releasing their 19 and 21 next week. And after this video, it'll be the 321 that we're doing video on next. I'll have to purchase it, unless it's delayed again. Make sure I don't accidentally click it into reverse. Right, so we're about to cross runway 25 left, we want 25 right. So keep turning, we'll pop. Oh, the beacon light, let's put that on. Naughty. That was a bit silly. Right, the beacon light's on now. Got all the rest of the lights on. Take them. What we'll do is I'll just taxi it onto 25 right, spool them, and we'll do a rolling takeoff. The QNH is 2992 anyway, so. We're on, we've got the correct pressure as well, 2992. So let's go. Right, so when we turn this corner, I'm going to spool them. Right, we are stable. And we have a takeoff clamp. Speeds aligned, neutral. 164 we're looking for. And rotate. And up we go. Pussy right gear up. Onto the flight directors now. And goodbye Los Angeles. Lovely. Through 1,000 feet now. It's gone into FMS speed and pitch already. And there we go. And we'll get the autopilot in now. And that is an aggressive pitch. I don't know what it's doing there. 20 degrees, that's dreadful. Okay, so what we'll do. $2,000 feet from here, I'm going to pull the speed. $240 knots, let it climb, and we're going to go direct to summer. And I'll see what it does in profile. There you go. FMS speed now. That's better. I don't know why it pitched up so much then. Right, we'll go flaps 1, keep the slats out. And slats can come in. Disarm the speed brake, order brake and give it off. I'll get the taxi lights off and the runway turn off lights off as well. Get the stand block down, why not? Is this the speed restriction?
Stabilizer motion.
Okay, so it's going to keep us at 330 until we're at 10,000 now. Which is fine. So what we do is we go standard. So we're about to approach 10,000. And the aircraft will accelerate to its climb speed. So we're still in nav 1, thrust, climb, pitch. And there's a 10,000 mark. not accelerated, so what I'll do is I'll go direct to Olaf. See if that works. Yes, it does. Right, so we've cleared the speed restriction, and we're going to go up to 310 now. There's FMS speed. It's going to pitch 310. Seatbelt signs can come off now, and the rest of the lights can come off. Lovely. So guys, we're now climbing.
Stabilizer motion.
I'll let that finish, and I'm going to leave you now with some climate correspondence, and I'll see you in about 3.5 hours when we start our descent into Anchorage. Hello and welcome to the sim. We are now descending through 14,000 feet. We're on a QHR 1012. The weather down in Anchorage is fine actually. It's 110 at 4 knots, 15 degrees, 1012. It's just slightly overcast. But we're about to join the base leg after slow. Flight's been uneventful. It's been a bit bumpy actually as we descended into Anchorage. But that's expected with all the high terrain. About to enter the clouds though now, which I don't think will be too fun. And the ILS guidance has just popped up now because it's all done automatically on the MD-11. We're also going to go medium autobrake with flap 50. I haven't done a flap 50 landing yet, we'll be flap 35. But this is my first flight into Anchorage in the MD-11 properly. Don't know the runways that well, so we're just going to go flap 50. The performance calculator said we can do 35, but I just want 50, just in case. Alright, it's asking us to continue at 220. It's quite low actually for this altitude, but I think it's the restriction of the star, which is 220 gale. And then we've got a disco there, and then it's 185 at Wentwood. Lovely. So as you can see, we're getting into the thick of the clouds now. It's overcast at 1,300 now, it says, but we'll see how the sim depicts it. At least we're nice and slow. We'll have a nice wind view as well. Mountains as we come in. Lovely. Let's go outside and have a quick look as well. Whoa, that looks nice. I don't know what it is about the MD-11, it just looks really nice. It's that third engine. Alright, let's head into the clouds and decrease our ring so we can see the arrival a bit better. So it's slowed down to 220 without any speed brake. That's quite nice. Right, we'll go down to 4,000. What does it want us at? 1600, 1600. Not 1600. I think that's a bit too low, to be honest with you. We'll go down to 3. Here we go, heading into the cloud. Look at that rough terrain down there as well. Wouldn't want to be flying any lower. There's our descent again. And into that first bit of overcast weather now. So we'll turn on some the backlighting. So we have got a bit of a nasty crosswind. You can see on the ND here, we've got a bit of a grab going on. We are bang on glide, so that's okay. Yeah, speed's going up now a bit too much. Didn't watch that. What I'll do actually is I'll pull the speed 220, pull it there. Let's go flat 1, first stage of flat. So just the slats out. That should give us enough drag just to get us a bit slower. So we come out that bit of cloud there. Can't see much though. Let's get the landing lights off. We'll maintain them. Come on now. And we'll go down to 200 knots. And actually we'll descend at about 1,000 feet. And I'll pull that manually out. Right, so let's just make sure I change the dial flaps 15. And I have some. Next stage of flap will be flap 15. And the speed's coming back nicely now. Might want to start descending a bit faster. We're 1500. Keep it on nav actually. No, I don't know what island that is there. And there's the airfield, you can just see Anchorage. So we're going to be arriving on the right runway, which is that one, vacate, and I know the FedEx signal's here. It's a bit of a taxi as well.
Stabilizer motion.
Right, we'll go 345. 180 on the speed. And flap 15. Let the big flaps come out now. And we'll throw the speed brake into arm. And we'll go direct to that there you go. And we'll whack it back onto nav. We'll just make sure it's definitely going to there. Clean up the aircraft a little bit. So we are in the
Stabilizer motion.
we're completely visually, it's okay. Grey skies today over Anchorage. The other flight I did here as well was the same. It was horrible weather. Right, okay. Right, we'll go 160. Approach and land. Localizer is alive. Localizer captured. And we are, we'll go flap 28. And we'll keep this speed 160 till 5. Then you match up the headings. Lovely. Right, looks like we're all set, fully established, clear, we are visual. We have 10 miles to run. I don't think that's 10 miles, is it?
Stabilizer motion.
That might be slightly off, because that's 5, 10, yeah it might be.
2500.
2500, okay, so we'll go gear down. Because I don't think that is correct. I think the point it's marking off is different. It probably is published in their something for Anchorage Airport. But, right, so we'll go, and our final approach speed is going to be 152. And flap 50. Right, so we've got the full stage of flap out. Yeah, like I was saying, it's probably established in their chart somewhere for Anchorage. It's not on mine that I'm using, that the DME distance is slightly wrong, so it might be tracking the DME here, maybe halfway down the runway. But I'd rather just be safe than sorry. So we are completely fully established with flap 50, geared down. And as you can see, those flaps, they do hang off the aircraft a little bit now. Right, so what we'll do now, completely visual, wings, slight crosswind from the right. Let's take control and have a bit of a hand fly. So,
Autopilot.
that's my aeroplane. And it just feels so nice to fly this MD-11 by TFDI designs. It's very responsive, it feels heavy, handles quite nicely. I'll see how I'll do with the touchdown, again flat 50, so it's going to be a bit firm. I'm already giving myself excuses for why it's going to be a hard landing, but it will be a bit firm. It's an MD-11. So we have that little green mark down there, which means we are fully configured. I'll just correct it, we're going slightly right of localise that. It's that crosswind blowing us around a bit, get back on glide.
$500.
2 red, 2 white, that's fine.
400. Approaching minimum. Minimum. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
And down we are. That was actually a really nice landing. Apart from the stutters on one, but can't help it. It's a limitation of the sim. Medium auto ground doing quite well there. Should be able to take this and see it. Here. There you go. Taxi right off. Brilliant. So I was right to go medium horsepower and flat 50 then, because we got off at the first exit we needed. Right, so speed brake's already come in because I've just put the thrust up a little bit. We'll get the APU to arm. Also tidy this up a little bit. Flaps can come up. Landing lights can come off now. High intensities can come off. And the runway turn-offs. Welcome down to Anchorage with a flight time of 4:45, 15 minutes later than I said. Probably because we didn't climb. Should have really climbed to 360, I think he said, but I just left it at the altitude it was. That's no problem though. Clean up this, go to 3000 on there. This is by Aerosoft, I believe, this scenery. You can buy it on the Microsoft Flight Simulator home store page. Like where most of my sceneries are from. Turn the weather off now as well, actually. Turn on the strobes just so, because we're crossing the runway. And we can turn them back off again. So take this left here. And up the hill we go. So I'm pretty happy with that, if I'm not wrong. Especially for Anchorage. On the MD-11, I thought that was quite smooth landing, apart from the stutters on touchdown. I don't know what it does. I hope in 2024 they fix that. But I think it doesn't start stuttering until either the auto brake kicks in, the spoilers have to be deployed, or the reverse thrust is deployed. So I'm assuming that because it's got to sort of deal with all that, it stutters a little bit until everything's sort of working. I've tried loads of things to stop it, but it just happens, so can't really help it. Anyway, this is our right turn here, this is the FedEx terminal here. So we'll go neutral. We are going nearly 40 miles an hour. Let that ground speed get the best speed in the line. Just any one of these stands here that we'll take. We won't turn right here, it's the next right. These are the self-positioning stands. And as you can see, the FedEx centre. Tactical light can come off now. So we're going to go in, and engine number 2 can be killed. We don't need the tail engine on now. And we'll swing it left here. And we'll take stand 3, I believe that is. get outside because I don't trust my parking skills. That should do us nicely there. Let's go back into the flight there. Close the thrust levers. Set the parking brake. Engine 1 and 3 can come off. And the beacon light can come off now. Lovely. And welcome down to Anchorage. Let's get some services down. So we'll go nose plate, GPU, wheel chocks and the main cargo door. We'll get the GPU on, which it is. I'll turn the APU off now. Lovely. Right, so everything's off, seatbelt signs come off now as well. And we're down. Lovely, this scenery is very nice, it's very detailed, it's quite aerosoft like I said. I haven't been to the passenger terminal yet, I've only done cargo. So I'll have to do a Alaska Airlines flight out of here, hopefully soon with the 737 MAX. That'll be interesting. Hope you all enjoyed that flight, guys, as much as I did. Love flying the MD-11. The next video I'm not going to upload until the Phoenix bring their 321 out next week. We'll do some 321 ops, probably American Airlines maybe. But I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.